Midday market mood check with me, Nandita, Khemka, and my colleague Yatin, Mota. Well, Yatin, it's a truncated week. It's a Tuesday instead of a Monday, and nothing to complain given the fact that the Nifty is cruising above that 18,150 mark. What's doing well today is the entire IT pack, the metals basket, as well as the energy pack. If you look at the important part is that if you look at the India VIX, that has gained somewhere around 9%, even though we are doing pretty well in today's session. So that's one point to be noted. Aside of that, if you look at the top Nifty movers, ONGC is up somewhere around 3% given the fact that the government has slashed windfall tax on domestic crude production to 4,100 rupees per ton vis-a-vis 6,400 rupees per ton. So that's boding well for the company. If you look at some of these auto companies, they are reacting to monthly auto sales figures. Maruti has handed in a 6.5% increase in sales figures on a YY basis, and because of that the stock is up. Bajaj Auto's two-wheeler sales have jumped 95%. That stock is up. Eicher is also doing well given the fact that Enfield sales have surged somewhere around 18% on a YY basis. What's not doing well? Tata Motors. That saw a dip of 4% in its domestic sales on a YY basis, and Hero Moto. That was among the top Nifty losers because even that has handed in a dip in sales for the month of April. Aside of that, results to watch: Tata Steel. Stock is gaining, but polls suggest that it may see a 90% drop in profit on the back of weakness in the European operations that may persist, but domestic business is expected to do well. Other earnings: Kotak Mahindra Bank was good. All-time high margins, asset quality best in 32 quarters, but CLSA has downgraded the stock, saying that it has moved too much in the last few months. In the last 1 month, it is up somewhere around 10% or so. And UltraTech Cement, that stock was also downgraded by CLSA on the back of weakness in pricing environment. Target price at 7,900, implying a 5% upside. So these are some of the major Nifty movers and shakers. But Yatin, let's talk about the mid-cap end of the market. Too many result reactions, and of course railway stocks on a tear.
Yeah, clearly, and both the small and mid-cap indices are up almost 1%. Advance decline ratio also looking good, almost better than 2:1. So 2 advances for every 1 decline. Obviously, if you look at the mid-cap IT space or the railway space, really doing well. In fact, if you look at railways, new order flows have come in. RVNL is the top gainer on Nifty 500, and more importantly, it is the best performing Nifty 500 stock for the year 2023 year to date. It has returned investors nearly 73%, and in general, other railway stocks like Ircon, IRFC, RITES, all of them are doing well in trade. Apart from that, we have Welspun India. They announced a buyback along with the results. Stock is up 14%. Good returns coming in there also. Aarti Drugs reacting to its strong earnings, 7% up for that one. What's not doing well is the likes of MRPL, down 5%. We also have the GRMs, which have been in single digits now and falling. So clearly that is impacting. RBL Bank, results were healthy. Probably the prices have factored in the results and there is some profit taking. Stock is down almost 4%. Corporate Phillips, JB Chemicals are the other stocks which are down 3%. In general, we are looking at the markets which have been doing well. In fact, M&M Finance also posted a very strong earnings. They did not make provisions for the quarter, and hence the profitability has improved sharply. Despite that, the management does feel that moving ahead, the earnings momentum will continue. Welspun and other stocks are also one of the top volume buzzers in trade today. So clearly, it's a day of mid-caps wherein good earnings have been rewarded, and in general, new order wins and sectors like mid-cap IT and railways, as I said earlier, are doing well.
I also want to add on to the results reaction. You have Newgen, you have Datamatics, you have Satin Credit Care. All these stocks are gaining upwards of 10% in reaction to its results. Aside of that, by way of cues, Yatin, today FOMC meet kicks off today, and of course we are expecting a 25 basis point rate hike by the Fed. But more importantly, we want to watch out for what the Fed signals when it comes to future rate path. Whether or not they signal a pause after this hike is something that we'll be watching out for. I was talking to Jeff Dennis in the morning, and he said, they will keep the door open for another hike given the fact that we have seen a couple of banks collapse, and we have seen even the US GDP slow down to 1.1%. So there's a problem of high inflation and slowing growth. So the Fed may keep the door open, even though it may not exercise that option. But aside of that, the Bank of Australia, that has also surprisingly hiked interest rates by 25 basis points today. Remember last meeting they had held on to rates, and now they are signaling that if the need arises, they will not hesitate in going ahead and hiking rates again. And ECB also will be announcing its rate decision on Thursday, so another 50 basis points hike there as well.
But I think now the global cues are not that great. We are not reacting to them. Earning wise, obviously we have Tata Steel and Ambuja Cements today. Tomorrow we'll have Titan and Havels, which will be reporting numbers. We also have Godrej Properties, HDFC, Adani Enterprises, Dabur, Britannia later in the week, along with Union Bank of India, Bank of India. So a lot of small cap PSU banks, mid cap PSU banks will also report earnings. Today SBI also announced the results date.
18th May.
It will be there in 2 weeks from here. So yes, the markets will focus more on domestic cues and earnings than the global interest rate.
I want to mention Adani Green reported a 4-fold jump in profit. That stock was up 5%, locked in upper circuit if I am not mistaken. So, earnings from Adani Group have also started trickling in. Adani Transmission is also something that will be reporting this week itself if I am not mistaken. So I think that's that. We've covered most of the buzzers in today's session, and of course we'll have to wait and see if we manage to actually shut shop above that 18,200 mark in today's session. But Yatin and I will be back for closing bell at 3:30 p.m. So don't forget to tune in. We'll be taking you through how the market shut shop and of course the cues to watch out for in tomorrow's session. For now, it's a goodbye from me and Yatin, but for more news and updates, stay tuned to Money Control.